Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land on which we are recording today, the Wurundjeri, Wairong and Bunurong peoples of the Eastern Great Cook Nation. We pay our deepest respect to their elders, past and present, and we extend that respect to all First Nations peoples. And we honour that their sovereignty was never ceded in the first place. We acknowledge their enduring and unbroken connection with their storytelling and deep connection to country, land, waterways, sky, culture and communities. We stand with them in their ongoing calls for truth-telling, treaty, sovereignty, justice and reconciliation. This was and always will be Aboriginal land. Before we begin, quick heads up. On today's story touches on themes of marriage breakdown, custody battles, and personal struggles. So, if you're not in the right frame of mind, please feel free to pause, skip, or listen to one of our click into one of our lighter episodes. And as always, of course, your well-being comes first and foremost. And yet, if you do choose to listen to this episode, please, as always, listen with care. If you would like a deeper dive into Melba herself, check out our Season 3 episode on Podbean. Plus, I do have a book and video recommendation. Firstly, on Melba's biography, Teresa Raddick, definitive account of her life and career. And Tony Robinson's Time Travel, Episode 2, where it features the story of the Shamrock in Bendigo. Imagine being so famous that you stay at a hotel in regional Victoria and you demand the bells outside stop ring at dawn. They actually did this. I know, it's pretty unbelievable. That's the kind of persistence that Dame Nellie Melba carried in her life. From humble beginnings growing up in Richmond, yes, Richmond, to international stardom. And she didn't just change opera. She rewrote the rules of fame itself. Welcome to Down the Yarra, podcast that takes you on a deep dive into the heart and soul of Naarm, Melbourne, and South Central Victoria. Whether you're a local or just curious, this podcast is for you. I'm your host, Andy. Today, we're celebrating one of our city's most iconic daughters, Dame Nellie Melba. Born Helen Porter Mitchell in 1861, she grew up in Melbourne's suburb, Richmond. Yes, Richmond. Just a stone's throw away from the banks of the Birrong. At a very young age, she showed musical brilliance, but it wasn't an easy road for her. Melbourne society at the time wasn't exactly encouraging of a woman pursuing a professional singing career at the time. On a regional tour, Central Victoria's Bendigo, Melba was staying at the legendary Shamrock Hotel. The story goes that the morning bells rang too early for her liking, so she demanded silence of the bells. Town actually obliged. I know, it's a interesting story. That's how much influence she actually carried, even in regional Victoria. Later in life, she bought Coombe Cottage in the Yarra Valley's town Coldstream, suburb of Melbourne. After the place, she named the place after the, where she was living in London. It wasn't just home for her. Oh no, it was a sanctuary. And today, her descendants still own it. Also, it doubles as a museum, cellar door, vineyard, and restaurant, with the Melba Highway running right past the front door. The highway is named in her honour. Her name echoes through the city as well. Melba Hall at University of Melbourne, Dame Nellie Melba Kindergarten in Richmond, as well as the numerous streets and memorials scattered throughout Victoria. She wasn't just a singer. Oh no, she was an institution in her own right. As for Melba's personal life, it was far from glamorous. Her troubled marriage to Charles Armstrong was troubled from the very start, ending in divorce. Remarkably, for the era of the late 1800s, she won full custody of her only son, George Armstrong. Hence, it was a rare outcome for a woman of that time. Here's a bonus nugget for all of you. One of her descendants owns the FairfieldVineyard and winery in the famous Rutherglen region, northeastern Victoria. The vineyard originally established in the late 1850s and still keeps the Melba family's ties to Victoria's soil alive and well today. Melba conquered Europe and the US. She became one of the world's first true celebrity singers, with her name still used in the culinary culture today. Peach Melba and Melba Toast. She transformed opera from elite entertainment into a global spectacle. From a girl from Melbourne's Richmond, to global superstar, Melba was a force to be reckoned with. Her voice, her flair, her presence, they still resound across Melbourne and beyond today. Please, before I go, please don't forget to check out Melba's biography and Tony Robinson's Time Travels episode, as well as we also have released in season 3 on Melba herself. So go and check that out. As a component to this episode. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel, as well as follow us on Podbean for more. Now, next time we're heading back to the beer room, the wild Yarra, before colonisation, ancient, untamed, and full of stories. The water still whispers today. Well, that's it for today's episode. I'm your host, Andy, and, well, I'll see you next time.